runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at center. Randle outside. This one for 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Outside Booker. Off the mark there with a 3. Pass to Conley from downtown. Nails it from 3.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Shot is good by Edwards.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
B.A., I love his mentality, not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, you know, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
Minnesota has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. McDaniels from long range. And Booker pulls it down. Phoenix has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Beal with it. He's picked up by Conley. For 3, Booker. And it's Booker again missing.
Hey, I think that green light they'd given him early should probably go red now. I mean, he needs to get some other folks involved.
Randle finds McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Dunn. Here we go. For 3, Durant sinks the tray.
Boy, how about the outstanding hustle from Durant? I mean, getting out on the break as soon as the ball was headed the other way. The more bodies going up court, the better.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching.
Booker for 3. Well, he's now 2 for 7 after that bucket.
And I like how Booker is selective taking threes. Makes it count when he does take one.
Edwards looking it over. Fires from the line. Nice jump shot. Edwards has got 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And just a classic pump fake move. I mean, Booker wants the defender to make a mistake and foul him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Jones, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the 3rd.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
McDaniels from long range. That one doesn't drop. The Suns lead by 3. For 3, Durant. No luck on that one. There's a minute 17 left in the first quarter. Edwards for 3. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Suns. Outside Booker. For 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Outside for Randle. Outside McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. The shot off that time.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Jones from outside. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Timberwolves trail by 3. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Shannon. Sinks it from distance.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Outside for Booker. Durant way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Stolen by Booker. Shoots over Randall. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer. But it's off target. Devin Booker. He's... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
Beal and Allen are out on the wing. Mason Plumlee out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's Jones in at the point. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie. Dunn, he's checked in for Phoenix. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Minot's checked in. The Suns lead by 3. Takes a step back. Plumlee with it. Picked up by Reed. Plumlee, no good. For Minnesota, they've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Outside Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Gets the 3 ball to go. DiVincenzo's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. There's Plumlee with a 3. Minot pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. And here's Edwards outside. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in the game. Right side Jones. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep. Jones has got 6.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Oh, got that one up quick.
I tell you what, Edwards has a really nice, smooth release, and that shot looked in the moment it left his hand.
Here's Jones. Beal with it. Picked up by Reed, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reed.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Booker, he's checked in for Jones. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
Knocks down the triple.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Conley loves setting up his teammates for quality shots. He's one of the more selfless guys in the league.
For 3, Booker. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Outside Reed. Offensive rebound. Fires from deep. Alexander Walker with the bucket. Alexander Walker's got 6 points in the quarter.
Gobert drawing so much attention from the defense. Nice job finding somebody with a better look.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's got 6. Reed for 3. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Reed. Second chance effort. Out to the wing. Three-pointer. And there's Conley. That one's good. And the assist by Gobert.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
It's Booker on the wing. He's guarded by Conley. Booker against Edwards. Beal, the pass to Dunn. The three ball. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now here's Reed. Still without a bucket. Now here's Booker. The three-pointer off the mark. 32 seconds left in the first half. Offline with a three. The Suns have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Fades. Booker cashing in on the fast break.
Yes, so good to see Booker knocking down the corner triple. A go-to scorer with considerable range.
Pass to Reed. The three is up. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. Booker, the pass to O'Neal. Here's the three. Booker can't get it to go. Devin Booker, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Phoenix. 11 points in the quarter. He's up. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1.
Yeah, great awareness there from Booker. A selfless team-first player.
The 3, Conley. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Booker fires from way outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Timberwolves lead by 4. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value-utility guy.
Stolen by Booker. The 3. Booker missing again.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Deflects the pass. Left side, Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Booker's got 23.
Proving how lethal he can be. Booker's confidence serves as a catalyst for him, draining long shots.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance, and it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. Minnesota leading by 4. McDaniels from long range. Rebounded by Dunn. The Suns have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Oh! Booker with the triple!
Shooting while in rhythm. This is Booker's game. He's out here to score.
Booker against Conley. Gobert with a screen on Durant. Outside McDaniels. Conley looking for an opening. From outside, off the mark. Gobert passes to Randall. Hits the trifecta. Randall's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
And here's Edwards outside. It's hauled in by the Suns. Richards has got 6 rebounds now in the game. It's Booker on the wing. The 3. And the three-pointer goes. Booker's got 9 points here in the second half.
Durant commands so much attention. Part of the reason why he had a wide-open teammate there.
Gobert passes to Edwards. Randall with it, and it's out of bounds to Minnesota. The Suns making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Lets the 3 fly, and there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard, but you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, you know what? They say you would always rather have a player that you need to turn down than to turn on. So being aggressive versus passive, I want the aggressive guy all the time, even if it means a few fouls.
Phoenix making some changes. Plumlee comes in for Richards. And it's Jones in for Booker. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Clark is checked in for Conley.
And DiVincenzo able to stretch the floor, spread the defense out, especially with how accurate he is from deep.
Here's Durant. A strong finish from KD inside.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Randall, the pass to Reed. Outside, Alexander Walker. From behind the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 8th rebound here tonight for the lead. And Beal gets it to go on the assist by Plumlee. Beal's got his first 3 points of the game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Clark. Outside, Alexander Walker. Beyond the arc. The offensive rebound. Outside, DiVincenzo. Launches it. He buries it from 3. DiVincenzo's got 6 in the quarter.
From a couple of zip codes over Dante DiVincenzo. You know he's been working on that shot from that range.
And there's the call on Mason Plumlee. That's his first foul of the game. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Tyus Jones is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Mason Plumlee. Then it's Royce O'Neal. And it's Dunn in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
It's stolen by Dunn. And the Suns pushing it up now. Booker for 3. Doesn't go for him.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
He drops it from range.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Outside Booker from deep three-point land. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Outside, DiVincenzo. Clark up top, defended by Jones. Outside, DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. A deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Edwards for three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Can they get it? Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. The kick out to Edwards. From deep. It's hauled in by the Suns.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
It's stolen by Dunn. In transition, here come the Suns. O'Neal passes to Jones. For three, Booker. They get it again. Back to Jones. To the middle. Outside Booker. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Booker's got 12 points here in the second half.
Huge, man. I mean, the defense knows what Booker is capable of, but cannot get a stop.
Drains the triple.
And I think this hometown crowd is in shock as the visiting squad fires right back with a three of their own.
Hey, guys, that shot changes the game. I mean, extending their lead and providing them a little more cushion, that's a double-edged sword there.
Booker for three. Clark grabs the board.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
On target from range.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize. Suns trail by 10. And Booker puts up a deep three. Phoenix no good that time either. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Phoenix making some changes. Richards is checked in for Plumlee. Durant comes in for O'Neal. And it's Bradley Beal in for Jones. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Garza. Randall comes in for Reed. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. For three, Conley. Rebounded by Dunn. And so here's Phoenix. Pass to Booker. Launches a three. Randall pulls down the board.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
McDaniels from long range. Fires in the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Timberwolves.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Edwards.
It's hard to think of a part of the game where he didn't play a major role mentally, physically. I mean, he showed us what he's capable of when he's feeling his best.
And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. 7-point differential. Fires away from way outside. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is
conquered by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Daniel Gafford is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Washington. And it's Irving at the point guard position. Now here's Booker. They set the pick from past the arc. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Shoots the lights out. Booker has limitless range.
Thompson looking for an opening. Stolen by Durant. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Kicks it out to Booker. Fades away. Rebounded by Gafford. Dallas with the ball. It's a three-point game. And the All-Star, Devin Booker, an incredible scoring guard.
Since the moment he got drafted by the Phoenix Suns, he has been a beacon of consistency. Every single year he gets better. Every single year he adds something to his game. That's why Devin Booker is one of the best guards in this league.
And here's Thompson after the three-pointer from Bradley Beal. And Thompson kicks to Irving. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Magic with the rock. Kyrie just contorts his body, figures out ways to make the impossible look so easy.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
And he's good on the three ball.
Oh, what a pretty shot from Kyrie Irving. This man just has the perfect touch from any distance.
KD with it. He's picked up by Irving. And Booker kicks to Beal. On the wing, Booker. He's covered by Thompson. There's the pick. And a beautiful finish by Booker. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, Booker, after the missed three from Klay Thompson. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing he can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I like when Davis looks to get physical and draw contact, using his size to his advantage.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick and roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Here now is Dinwiddie. After the three-pointer from KD. Washington, that's good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
No good from Booker.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now Kevin Durant following the three-point attempt by Anthony Davis. Durant finds O'Neal. Back to Durant. O'Neal a screen on Davis. Dinwiddie with the steal. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop.
You can't let Dinwiddie get room to run. Once you do, it's over.
It's tipped and stolen by Thompson. From deep three-point land, the Mavericks keeping it alive. A new 14. Washington sets the pick for Davis. And it's off from three-point range. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Booker with no one around. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Booker's got 8 points.
That's the kind of shot this offensive scheme is meant to produce.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. For this screen on Jones. Dinwiddie wide open. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Outside Durant. Another three for Phoenix.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Suns lead by... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Derek Lively. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Christie, and it's Marshall in at the 4-man position. Beal dishes to Plumlee. They get a hand on it. Marshall with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break.
Ooh, that's a clever pass there by Kyrie, getting the ball to the guy for the better look.
Phoenix has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Dunn, he's checked in for Allen. Edwards, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Pass to Marshall, and stolen by Dunn. Outside, Jones. Plumlee with it. Poked away, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Marshall with it, now guarded by Dunn. Irving passes to Marshall. Irving against Dunn. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Marshall. And it's 8 points for Kyrie Irving. O'Neal kicks to Jones. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. The Mavericks shooting poorly, just 35% so far. They now take the lead. Irving's got the lead up to 3 now for Dallas.
And this right here, this is routine for Kyrie. You're going to have to make him work a little bit harder because his jumper is as consistent as it gets.
Now here's Jones. Still scoreless. It's stolen by Jones. And now the Suns, a fast break. No problems knocking that one down. Beal's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
There are so many ways that Bradley Beal can beat you.
Marshall passes to Lively. Here's Irving. Dallas moving it around. 5 on the clock for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
Irving attacking. That one goes in. Irving's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
So light on his feet. Kyrie can get around the defense on the drive.
Beal gets a wide open look. Trains the three-pointer.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Irving passes to Christie. Jones against Irving. And stolen by Dunn. It's Beal on the wing. Beyond the arc. Mavericks with the rebound.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And we've got the great Brittany Griner in attendance tonight here.
Fantastic to see her back home. A long-time member of the Mercury. And for my money, the best defensive player in WNBA history.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Durant's checked in for O'Neal. Allen comes in for Beal. And it's Booker in for Tyus Jones.
All Booker needs is a little bit of room. And the moment he gets it, he pulls up.
Nobody near Irving. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Irving's got 19 points.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Washington kicks to Thompson. Davis setting the pick for Thompson from deep. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. And it's Davis missing.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Phoenix making some changes. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Grayson Allen. And Dallas also making a switch. Williams is checked in. Here's Richards. Booker left side. And the Suns miss again. Thompson against Beal. For the screen on Beal. Thompson from long range. No good there. And Durant puts up a deep three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Dunn is out there with Durant, and it's Richards in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Irving can't get it to go.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And as disappointing as the Suns' first-round exit was last year, RJ, this team, I think, still has a window open. How about you?
Yeah, Kevin, I've often said it takes teams a second year. That first year is really the adjustment period for star players. The Suns core group had some growing pains in that first season. But look, this year, I think this is the year we're going to see the best version of the Phoenix Suns.
And he makes that one.
Plays hard in every facet of the game. Nothing that Booker can't do.
Mavericks trail by 8. Gafford sets the pick for Irving. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. Well, head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
Something that really speaks to Kyrie's talent is his ability to impact the game the minute he steps on the floor. The game changes completely with the ball in his hands.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for him.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident that they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time and through the fire. The hope is, with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They've got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you. And so here's Phoenix following the score by Dallas. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Takes the three. It's hauled in by the Suns. Booker looking around. And here's KD for three. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And on the way from Irving for three. Count it. And now it's just a 4-point Phoenix lead.
There is one guy you can count on, and that's Kyrie Irving. He knows how to find shots and make an impact on that end of the floor.
Outside Durant. A new 14 for the Suns. From downtown, that's good. And Sobeel with the assist. Durant's got two now from beyond the arc in the third for the Suns. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Well, Richard, during his Washington days, Bradley Beal averaged 30 a game in back-to-back seasons.
Beal is such a strong guard, so not only can he beat you with his shooting stroke, but he can also play some bully ball.
And Phoenix making a change here. O'Neal's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Washington.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
This one for three. Durant, no good. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 7. Outside, Davis. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the three. The rebound by Richard. Richard's got 7 rebounds in the game. There's the three. And it's Durant, that time on the assist from Booker. KD's got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns. Davis against O'Neal. And it's Davis missing. Suns have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. To the inside. Gafford with the steal. And now here comes Marshall, leading the break. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nick Richards. Allen comes in for Kevin Durant. And Jones subbed in for Devin Booker. And then for Dallas, Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Christie comes in for Thompson. And Dinwiddie's subbed in for Irving. And O'Neal gets it to go. Tipped away. It's stolen by Jones. No good with the triple. Davis with it. Over O'Neal. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Christie. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Marshall in at the 4. And Phoenix making a change here. Allen's checked in. And here's Booker from the arc. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And coming in as a 4-spacing 2-guard. How impressive is it, RJ, that Devin Booker is holding down the point?
And it's not just the rate of assist. He's limiting his turnovers in great fashion, too, despite his high usage. This is who you want at the line, and Booker gets himself there a lot.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Irving can't get it to go. Suns leading by 13. Here's Dunn. Drills the three-pointer.
You've got to be kidding me. Draws the foul and hits the shot. What a play from three-point range.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
And here's Booker from the arc. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Irving for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 27 points.
And you can't let Irving get comfortable from outside, or he'll be hitting these shots all day long.
Dunn with a screen on Irving for 3. Booker. Rebound by Marshall.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Phoenix leading by 13. And here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one made. Phoenix has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Phoenix making some changes. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Kevin Durant comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Grayson Allen. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarrett Lively. Davis comes in for Najee Marshall. Washington's checked in for Christie. And it's Klay Thompson in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And here's KD for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. There's the triple. Pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. Outside for Davis. Beal with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Booker's got it. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Three-pointer. And KD good for 3. KD's got 21 in the game.
So fluid pulling out to shoot. Durant's range is one of the biggest strengths of his game.
And here's Davis for 3. The rebound by Richard.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
It's Durant on the wing. 1:39 left to play here in the 4th. Drills it from outside.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Irving can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Suns.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. 54 seconds left in the 4th. A fadeaway. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Allen. Pass to Lee. Now Allen. The tray. Another 3 for Phoenix.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Kept alive. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 15-5 run. O'Neal outside. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's up a 3. Lee passes to Allen, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
O'Neal passes to Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. A 3-ball. And it's Gillespie missing. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. And now Dallas' starting group. Washington out there with Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Klay Thompson. And it's Gafford in at the center position.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Davis misses. And here's Minnesota now. It's a three-point game. Here's Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
Well, when Edwards is pulling out pump fakes, it's borderline unfair.
So hits one and misses one at the line. And now the Mavs on the run. Thompson, that's good.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from three and capitalized.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
And the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Randall following the score by Dallas.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
It's his first trip to the line, and he hits the first of three. Marshall, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And he's good on the second. The last one's off. They'll settle for two. The Mavericks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. For three, Gafford. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Outside Conley. Thompson with a steal. Down low. Here's Washington. And Washington powers it through.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Washington. Drops in the three. Washington's got 5 now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Washington. Randall can't hit. The Mavericks trailing. Pass to Washington. Here's Marshall. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. Minnesota with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Edwards. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Here's Washington, and Washington powers it through.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Outside Edwards, puts up a 3, buries it from 3.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
Washington outside. Lets it go from deep. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota leading by 3. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Yeah, terrific transition hustle from Randall. Getting out there and completing the fast break.
It's stolen by Irving. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And here's Edwards outside. They get it back. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Randall. 5 on the clock. Here's Edwards. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Man, Edwards gets great lift off the floor with shooting that jumper.
And it's Irving off the drive. Oh, deflected. Fast break, Minnesota. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Conley with the ball. Irving picks him up. Here's Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Corner shot. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And Edwards makes so many winning plays, including finding his open teammates.
And here's Thompson for 3. Connects from downtown. Thompson's got 6. There's 6 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their work. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
We've got Anthony Edwards, Naz Reid out there with Miller. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
A huge part of Kyrie's game. He's so good at capitalizing from outside.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Reid for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win now mode, Allie. Thank you. From the arc. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Outside Irving. Again, Irving missing.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Christie. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. DiVincenzo against Irving. From outside the arc. And Miller good for 3. Miller's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating.
Lively passes to Irving. There's the 3. Miller pulls it in.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Here's Irving. Stolen by Miller. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Alexander Walker. Again, the Timberwolves score.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Irving for 3. Miller pulls it in. Miller's got 4 rebounds now. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Back to DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Christie passes to Dinwiddie. A shot to stop the run. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. Edwards got his 4th rebound in this one. For 3, DiVincenzo. Kept alive by Minnesota. Another shot. Outside, Alexander Walker. No good on the 3.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Dinwiddie's got his first points of the game.
Gotta love guards that can finish inside. Is Dinwiddie on that list? Absolutely.
Outside Edwards. Over Dinwiddie. Edwards, that's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Well, look, Edwards doesn't back down from anyone. He embraces getting physical on the way out.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Miller. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Davis misses. Randle, the pass to Conley. Thompson with a steal. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Washington, a good look. And buries the jumper to finish off the break. Washington's got 9. And so it's Minnesota up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. More 2K action in just a moment. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You got to give him credit.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half, they've got Kyrie Irving. Davis out there with Washington. Then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Thompson in at the 2. McDaniels from long range. Pure from 3-point range. 5 points in the game.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And it's Washington missing. The Timberwolves lead by 22. Jacks up a 3. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by Randle.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randle has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
And that one's good. Davis.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
Edwards finds Conley. Outside for Randle. Fires for 3. Klay Thompson pulls down the board. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Conley. It's stolen by Washington. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting a double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. Irving for 3. Dallas, no good that time either.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Gafford passes to Thompson. Fades back. Sends it home from 3-point land. Thompson's got 9.
With perfect mechanics, too. Klay Thompson's jumper is a work of art, an all-time shooter.
And again, it's Minnesota converting. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. The three from Thompson. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Conley. There's the triple. Kept alive. It's McDaniels on the wing. Gobert finds McDaniels. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. Washington outside. High post Davis. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul. And Minnesota making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Dinwiddie's checked in. Fades and shoots. And Davis is good for 3. Give him 8.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
For 3, Randle nails it from beyond the arc.
And you got to have some confidence to fire back like that. Randle with no shortage of confidence.
Davis misses. The Timberwolves lead by 22. Takes a 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc. Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Lets it go from the wing. The rebound by Klay Thompson.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And it's Irving missing. For Minnesota, they've gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. From deep, Conley. Dinwiddie with a rebound. And so Dinwiddie will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Davis from long range knocks down the long J. Davis has got 11 points in the quarter.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Another miss by Minnesota. Dallas shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. They get the rebound. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Edwards got 8 rebounds in the game. From deep, Conley. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Clark in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Fires the 3. Lively grabs a miss. Lively's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Christie. The 3 is up. That shot, no good. Clark against Williams. And Clark gets it to go on the assist by Reid. Clark's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Williams with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Pass to Minot. Now Reid for 3. And it's Irving with a rebound. And it's Williams off the drive. Here's Christie. There's the steal. DiVincenzo on the wing. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Edwards for 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Williams passes to Lively. Back to Williams. And Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players before my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
And we all know Irving is a talented shooter. If you don't absolutely smother him, he will find shots.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Some changes for Minnesota. Garza comes in for Minot, and Conley subbed in for Clark. Prosper's checked in for Dallas. Klay Thompson comes in for Christie. The three from Thompson. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Williams. Irving for three. Hits the three-pointer. Irving's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, that's basically a warm-up three for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Outside, Williams. Let's go with a three. Knocks it down from distance. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And there's the rejection. Pass to Irving. Out to Thompson. Three-pointer. And Dallas hits again from deep.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
And that one's good from Conley.
Right back at you. Conley's a counter-puncher. He knows when his team needs a lift.
Irving for three. Here's Prosper. Up top, Thompson. Williams from long range. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 11. Puts up a deep three. The shot by Conley, no good.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Three-pointer. Here's Lively. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
The shot by Conley, no good. And so it's Dallas with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Williams misses. And now the T-Wolves on the break. For three, DiVincenzo knocks down the long J.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution report.
And here's Edwards outside. Rebound, Anthony Davis. And so Davis will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 9. Three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota with the ball. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. For three, Randall. Mavericks with the rebound. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat.
best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Dunn, and it's Richards in at the 5 spot. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. With 3, Booker, a three-pointer is right on target.
How about the competitor answering? Mr. Booker put it back with a three-point answer.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Durant. Pass to Booker. There's the pick. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Oh, that's too easy for KD. You just can't let him get a look from the corner.
The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. With 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Booker against Conley. Randall from outside. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Booker the pass to KD. Shoots over McDaniel. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Booker. KD's got 5.
Yeah, Booker keeping that defense off balance with his passing ability right there.
Outside for Randall. Back to Edwards. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Durant, no good. Timberwolves trail. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, I talked to him about the challenge of trying to stop Kevin Durant. Coach said it's about not letting him get into a rhythm. I told the guys they need to focus on staying in front of him and trying to contest everything. Easier said than done, but we'll see if they can even make things difficult for KD. Guys?
Thank you, David. On the wing, Booker. Back to KD. The 3-ball. And rebounded by McDaniel. Minnesota shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Edwards, that's good.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that 3-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Beal finds KD. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the first. Shot clock at 6. Booker with no one around. It's good from long range. He's got 9.
Devin Booker will flat put it to you on the 3-point line. Don't give him any open shots.
Has to Gobert. Shoots over Richards. Randall from outside. Out to Conley. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Conley's got his second basket of the night.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
No good from Booker.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
They get the rebound. Gobert. Pass to Conley. Back to Randall. Now here's McDaniel. The 3. Booker pulls it in. Outside Durant. From deep. No good that time. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Suns. And it was from three-point range where he did. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Phoenix.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. The wing pair we'll be seeing is Beal and Allen. Plumlee out there with Royce O'Neal. And it's Jones in at the point. Allen for three. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Allen's got himself on the board with three there.
You can see the level of attention Bradley Beal draws. This guy is so heady finding the open teammate.
Miller, that's for two. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And here's the fast break. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Out to Edwards. Edwards cashing in from outside.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Edwards. A three for DiVincenzo. And again, Minnesota with the triple. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for Minnesota.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the three of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. And Doris, when you take a look at someone like Royce O'Neal, what do you see?
I mean, so many things, Kevin. There's great intangibles with this young man. Hard worker, incredibly smart defensively, versatile defensively, and he's so often matched up against the opponent's best scorer and relishes it. I love that.
And it's Jones with the ball for Phoenix. Allen for the three. Reed with the rebound. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And O'Neal gets it to go.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Over to the left wing. Reed kicks to Edwards. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Phoenix, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Back to O'Neal. Good ball movement here by the Suns. It's stolen by Edwards. Fires the three. Phoenix grabs the miss. Fast break, here come the Suns. Beal dishes to Plumlee. With the fadeaway. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Now it's a 4-point Suns lead.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Miller. Daniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Edwards. Phoenix also making some changes. Durant's checked in for Allen. John comes in for Beal. And it's Booker in for Tyus Jones. Outside for Randall. Good on the triple. Randall's got 6.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
For 3, Durant. Durant! Money from deep.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Phoenix making some changes. Nick Richards comes in for Plumlee, and Beal subbed in for Royce O'Neal. Here's McDaniels. Misses the 3. Suns leading by 4. For 3. They get it again. Outside for Beal. Booker outside. Lock at 6. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. There's the triple. A nice shot by McDaniel.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
KD sets the pick for Booker. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Son, thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. But kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the 2nd half. It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
That 3 off the mark. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. For 3, Edwards. Edwards with the floor spacer.
Boy, that was deep. Anthony Edwards testing the limitations of his range on that one.
Beal with a screen on Conley. And Booker puts up a deep 3. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own. It's no good. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the 2nd time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Here's McDaniels. Off target from outside.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Dunn kicks to KD. Fires from deep. Julius Randle with the rebound. It's Gobert with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 1-point game. Outside Conley. Trains the 3-pointer. Conley's got 6 points in the quarter.
You have got to be aware of where Mike Conley is. He's so capable outside the arc.
And here's Booker from the arc. Offensive rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Edwards kicks to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Beal. Randle no good. For Phoenix, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Booker, good.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Knocks down the 3-ball. McDaniels got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Shots good by Booker.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Suns leading by 3. Fires the 3. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got his 4th rebound in this one. Conley the pass to Edwards. Lets it go. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And that's 11 points for Anthony Edwards.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Can't hit from the corner. Now Booker takes the 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. They've got Plumlee, Booker out there with Jones. Then there's Dunn, and it's O'Neal in at the 4 spot. Here's Alexander Walker. A miss that time would have put him up.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Booker in the corner. Booker nails the 3. So confident.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
Here's Alexander Walker. Dunn covering. Out to the right wing. Here's Reed. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Phoenix leading by 4. And here's Booker from the arc. Einad pulls it in.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Booker the pass to Dunn. Plumlee sets the pick for Dunn. And here's Booker from the arc. Traps in the tray. Booker's got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns.
If Devin Booker's cooking, it's a wrap, folks. This guy makes the game look easy.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. From beyond the arc and then some.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Just a humongous 4th quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that tray has been deadly.
The fader. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds in this game. Edwards can't hit.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point. And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Pass to Plumlee. Three-pointer. Einad pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Alexander Walker. A three-pointer, no good.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And hey, we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Wasted no time on that one.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Jones against DiVincenzo. Jones kicks to O'Neal. Dunn sets a screen for O'Neal. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Suns leading by 5. Dunn outside. Kicks it out to Jones. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Teams changing it up here. The Suns have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. The wide open look for Durant. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Suns lead by 10. They need this. Randall no good. The Suns shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Phoenix.
The big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
Yeah, and once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Devin Booker.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Gobert. And here's Edwards from the arc. Edwards with another miss. Conley against Booker. Fires from way outside. Offline. And so it's Phoenix easily. Thanks so much, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's done in at the small forward position.
High above the rim. Not many guys have that kind of length and verticality. Davis, one of the very few.
Irving with it. Durant covering. Washington outside. High post Davis. The three is up. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Booker with it. Three-pointer. Beal drains the triple.
Down in the corner, Beal shoots with confidence. Just one more area he can score from consistently.
Irving for three. Richards pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handles, and that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one.
Oh, what a shot! Nice! That was from way downtown.
What a shot!
Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Phoenix has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. 4-3. Gafford grabs the miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
The quick look, no good that time.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Durant for three. Hits the three-pointer.
Well, Durant's reputation at the arc is solid, and good reason for that. He's a consistent sniper.
Pass to Davis. Launches it. He buries it from three. Davis has got 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Booker for 3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Shot's good by Thompson.
Just another spot on the court where he can hurt you from. Thompson, efficient in the corners.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Offensive rebound. Gafford. No good with a layup. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Suns. Three-pointer. Beal. Pass to Booker. Durant against Davis. Takes a three. Durant's shot is off. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
From outside the arc. And that's good. Devin Booker for 3. Booker's got 9.
And I like how Booker is selective taking threes. Makes it count when he does take one.
And he's able to get it back. Durant against Davis. The 3 ball. Outside for Irving. Jacks up a 3. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Irving knows exactly when to let that shot go. He's a knockdown threat from deep for sure.
A nice shot by Booker.
Totally uncontested, but it still took impressive balance and agility to hit it.
Irving for 3. And Dallas hits again from deep.
He does not lack for confidence. And he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Durant for 3. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
Well, that jumper's so effortless coming out of Durant's hands. I mean, it's cash money more times than not.
Washington outside. From the corner. 4 seconds left. Davis from long range. Here's Gafford. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time.
Well, plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Dallas on top. They lead by 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And also, I like how they've let it fly from the three-point line. Shooting with confidence so far in this one.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Beal and Allen are out on the wing. Mason Plumlee out there with Royce O'Neal. And it's Jones in at the point guard position. Nails it from beyond the arc. Beal's got 6.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And it's Irving missing. The Suns leading. Allen, the pass to Plumlee. Fires from deep. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Lively with a screen on Jones. Irving for 3. Dallas no good that time either. The Suns lead by 4. 3-pointer O'Neal. Rebounded by Marshall. From downtown. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Offensive board. Pass to Jones. Here's Plumlee. 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. Dallas has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
That's the thing about Kyrie. He's a 3-level scorer.
Screen by O'Neal. For 3, Allen. And he buries his first look. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials.
For 3, Dinwiddie. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound in this one. For 3, O'Neal. Rebounded by Marshall. Mavericks trail by 5. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Back to Lively. And it's stolen by Plumlee. Up top, O'Neal. Still without a bucket. Launches a three. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Christie. Outside for Irving. Connects from downtown. Irving's got 11 points.
Some of the quickest hands in the NBA. Kyrie showing you that quick release there.
Beal outside. The three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. And the Suns lead by 5.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Beal. And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. Dallas has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Davis a screen. Thompson with it. Durant covering. Davis from long range. AD stretching the floor.
At least you need to honor Davis's three-point shot because he can make those.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. For 3, Booker. Davis with a rebound. The Mavericks trailing. Stolen by Booker. Fires for 3. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
If there's anything Booker can't do on a basketball court, I want to know all about it because tonight he's doing it all.
Pass to Washington. Thompson outside. There's Davis with the 3. Nope. Shooting 3 for 8 in the game now. And Booker has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Durant's shot is off. Davis against Plumlee. Davis, the pass to Washington. Outside for Davis. Done with a steal. His shot that time not on target. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Phoenix out in front, up by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
P.J. Washington out there with Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving, then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Thompson in at the 2. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
That should and would be a bad shot for most, but Durant's shooting ability is just that extraordinary.
Davis, the pass to Irving. This one for 3. Durant pulls it in. Phoenix leading by 11. Outside Booker. The 3. And the Suns get another 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Up top, Thompson. Shot to stop the run. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got 8 rebounds in the game. Durant against Davis. From deep. Durant, no good. The Mavericks have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Thompson with it. Beal picks him up. Thompson passes to Gafford. The three from Washington. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. On the wing, Durant. Check by Davis. Launches it from deep. Durant, no good. Mavericks trail by 14. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Pass to Booker. For 3. Sinks it from distance. Booker's got 23.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Durant for 3. Gafford grabs the miss.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Washington with the ball. Dunn in his pocket. Davis, the pass to Thompson. There's the 3. They get it again. Got a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. Pass to Irving. To stop the drought. Goes up again. Gritty finish in close by Davis.
Nice putback on that foul from Davis. Was just determined to get that rebound.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The 3 from Thompson. Durant pulls it in. The Suns lead by 15. Booker against Gafford. 3-pointer. Davis for the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And he lobs it up top. Phoenix is shooting just 36% in the third. Booker with it. Now Thompson defending. And it's off from 3-point range. There's Davis with the 3. Here's Gafford. Outside Davis. Irving for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Richards has got rebound number 11. Booker fires from way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Booker's got 9 points here in the second half. Irving against Booker. 3-pointer. Richards pulls it in.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Booker's shot is good.
Shooting while in rhythm. This is Booker's game. He's out here to score.
Gafford passes to Davis. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. No good on the shot. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on an 18-4 run. And Booker puts up a deep 3. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Washington passes to Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. Mason Plumlee out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Tyus Jones. And it's Dunn in at the 3 slot. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Dinwiddie with it. Dunn in his pocket. Dinwiddie gets the bucket. Dinwiddie's gotten his first basket of the night.
I think this is important for Dinwiddie's confidence. I mean, when he's knocking it down from there, I think it makes him more aggressive. Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Outside Booker. Plumlee against Lively. Plumlee passes to Booker. Here's the three. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Dinwiddie. Plumlee pulls down the board.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Mavericks trail by 21. For three, Dinwiddie. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
For three, Booker. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Dinwiddie outside. From the arc. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist of the night. Booker surveying the D. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Here's Christie. From outside, off the mark. The Suns lead by 18. For three, Booker. Done. The pass to Jones. And stolen by Irving. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. And out of bounds. The Suns will take it. And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Davis comes in for Marshall. Washington's checked in for Christie. And it's Klay Thompson in for Dinwiddie. Booker against Irving. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The three is up.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
Thompson finds Washington. Now Davis. There's the triple. Knocks it down from distance.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That'll be a 2nd foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Mavericks on D. Down by 15. Back to Booker. The fader. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making this.
Outside Davis. Let's go with a three. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards is... And Booker has got the ball here for the Suns. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Gets the three to fall. Booker's got 35 in the game.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Lets the three fly. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Suns.
Simply taking better care of the ball may have made all the difference.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, they kept the pressure on and forced a number of miscues.
And what a huge performance it was for Devin Booker.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Done outside. Here's Booker. No good with a jumper from the wing. The Mavericks have gone 4 for 10 in the 4th. The three, Gafford. Rebounded by Dunn.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Booker against Washington. And Booker hits from deep. Booker's got 38 points.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Booker for three, and again for three.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. Irving for three. Pass to Davis. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Three-pointer, no good. And Booker puts up a deep three. No good there. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the... All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up.
big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point guard.
First team foul.
And Davis wide open. He shoots. Nailed from three-point land.
It's always a good sign when the three is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
Thompson against Edwards. Now here's Conley. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Randle. For 3, Edwards. And Davis pulls it down.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Washington passes to Davis. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
Now, here's Gafford. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. On its way from Irving for 2. And rebounded by McDaniels.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Gafford. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And here's Conley outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. For the 3, and Irving with the basket on the assist by Davis.
The corner 3 by Kyrie. That's a nice ring to it.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Gafford kicks to Irving. Over Conley. Irving misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
A shot by McDaniels, no good. Mavericks leading by 6. Irving passes to Davis. Kept alive. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Irving can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 8. McDaniels gets to Conley. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
And he gets the bucket.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
And the look at the basket guy still shaking. Irving dishes to Davis. A three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 13-5 run here. Pass to Washington. It's stolen by Edwards. Randle kicks to Edwards. The tray connects from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Mavericks leading by 5. Irving finds Gafford. 35 seconds left to play in the first. For the screen on Randall. And here's Davis for three. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside for Randall. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. And again, Dallas turns it over.
Substitution on the court.
Here's DiVincenzo. And a miss there off the inbound. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Dallas. He made his mark. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick out for an open 3, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Miller is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Here's Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
And Miller throws it down hard.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Now here's Dinwiddie. And the layup is good. Dinwiddie's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
Beyond the arc. Shot's good by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got his 1st bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Christie. This one for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
How about that decision by Kyrie? That's why you want the ball in his hands.
Read the pass to Miller. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Irving surveying the floor. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Edwards passes to Reid. Out to Edwards. Puts up a 3. Kept alive, Minnesota. Alexander Walker on the wing. No good on the 3. Mavericks leading by 6. On the wing, Irving. Defended by Alexander Walker. Irving's shot is good. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reid. Randall comes in for Miller. McDaniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Edwards. Williams can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 5. Conley with the 3. A rebound by Washington. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And here's Davis for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Thompson with it. Conley picks him up. Gafford kicks to Williams. Six to shoot. Back to Gafford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Mavericks.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And they've also refused to give up on their plays tonight, chasing after their shots and just working hard for second chance points.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket for McDaniels. Stolen by Michael Conley. Inside. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
A phenomenal floor general. Conley is gifted at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Pass to Washington. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the half.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Gobert with a screen for Conley. And Gobert kicks to DiVincenzo. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. DiVincenzo's got 6. The 3 from Davis. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Well, that's a gut punch to him to have.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot from Wall Lee. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got Irving. Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Thompson in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Basket good. Edwards got the first points of the 3rd quarter up on the board for Minnesota.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
For the lead, Edwards with confidence.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
The 3 from Davis. Sinks the 3-pointer. He's got 14.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Edwards got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. Irving against Conley. Outside Irving. There's the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And Irving can change the course of a game with his ability to shoot the 3.
McDaniels, a screen on Irving. Conley kicks to McDaniels. The 3. They get it back. Timberwolves passing it around. Such a wide open look.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
Thompson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Shoots the 3. And it's Davis missing. Minnesota's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Randall from outside, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Alexander Walker's checked in. Loads it up for Davis. Out to Thompson. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Edwards. Jumps up. Great D that time from Davis.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Offensive rebound. Alexander Walker passes to Conley. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside. Conley's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, Conley has that steady floor general demeanor. They love to have him running the pick and roll.
And that's on a bounce. Dallas will retain possession. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the third. Bucket! Davis for 3.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending him.
Edwards passes to Gobert. A floater. Outside Conley. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown. Out to Edwards. Fades. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's blocked by Conley. They retain possession. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. For the lead, that's good from Marshall on the assist by Davis.
And for his position, Davis, a solid distributor. He's one of the league's most unique players.
Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
And that's a smart foul there. Instead of giving up the easy deuce, send him to the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Christie. Over in the corner, Marshall. Here's Lively. No good on the last second attempt there. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Dante DiVincenzo, who's out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Reed. And it's Minot in at the 4th. Christie. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And how about the awareness of Dinwiddie? Excellent job spotting the open teammate there.
The shot's good. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Marshall. Lock at 6. Dinwiddie for 3. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Lively the pass to Christie. Back to Lively. And Marshall gets to Dinwiddie. It's stolen by Edwards. Edwards, what a sweet jam by Edwards.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quick.
It's intercepted. Here's Alexander Walker. He gets that one. Alexander Walker's got 4 this quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Offensive rebound. And here's Marshall from the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Minot. Good. Minot's got the lead up to 3 now for Minnesota.
And the defense had no chance trying to stop him there, just punishing them on the break.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Anthony Davis comes in for Najee Marshall. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Klay Thompson in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. Now with the game in the balance, coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game, and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Irving passes to Washington. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Launches a 3. No good from Irving.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
And stolen by Irving. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Thompson against Edwards. Edwards, a screen on Gafford. Back to Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Washington kicks to Davis. It's stolen by Randall. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Edwards against Washington. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Doesn't go for him. Great tee that time from Davis. Outside Irving. Takes a 3. It falls! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Edwards making a statement.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch key.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the wing, Irving. Back to Washington. Pass to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Davis for 3. Off target from downtown. And Thompson sends it back. And they recover it. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a... Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks.